Hello everyone and welcome to this short, hopefully short, tutorial on how to use data validation in Excel. Today I want to demonstrate how the data validation is working in Excel and how it can help you to prevent mistakes and messy data. So let's get started. First, we create our Excel tables. Please use Excel tables, they are great. So press Ctrl T. My table has headers, so we can click OK. I don't like the filters here right now, so take them out. And now I have a simple, easy table. Now when I have my table, I should also name it. So TBL, tasks, simple. And now we can focus on our first data validation. So let's start with project. And for project, and actually also for assigned to, we will be using lists. So first we need to create these lists. To do that, let's move a little bit to the right. In here I already prepared our lists. So we have list of projects. We do a table from this list. So Control T and get rid of the filters. Name the table TBL projects. Good. The same for team members. So Control T. We have headers. Name it TBL members. Okay, now I have prepared my list, so I can move back to our main table. First, select the column project, because this is the one we will be working as first. And we go data, data validation, list, and as a source, we need to provide a source. I need to select the column with the list of projects. Okay, that's it. So now I have my first data validation field. I have a list. When I click on this little arrow here, I can see what I can select from for this cell. Project 1, Project 2, Project 3. If I need to add anything else, I can simply add a row here. Project 4, enter, and my data validation field will automatically expand. That's the great thing about Excel tables. Same technique we will be using for assigned to. So let's click on the cell. Let's go to data, data validation, select list. In this case, I want a list of my team members. So I select the list of the team members, press OK, and my list is ready. Simple. Now we can also test how the data validation will expand in our table, because to be honest, we need the data validation to be expanding. And that's again the great thing about Excel tables. So let's do a second row just to test. And as you can see, the data validation automatically expands. So we have immediately our data validation field expanded, and the same for assigned to. Okay, cool. Now we can move to the next. Let's do priority. So let's go priority column, select the whole column. So press Ctrl spacebar, that's the shortcut, Ctrl spacebar. And now we can go again data, data validation, list, but this time we're going for fixed names. So let's do low, semicolon, medium, and high. For me, it's semicolon because I am using a Czech version, so that's my original settings. If you have a different one, you have maybe a comma instead of semicolon, so just be careful. Okay, and now I have my fixed value here, so low, medium, high. Same for the next one, and again, if I do third row, it will automatically expand. Very good. Next will be our status. So again, go to column of status, Control spacebar to select the whole column. Now data validation again, list, and again it will be fixed values. So in here we want to have in progress, semicolon, and completed. Okay, and now we have our data validation finished. That looks very good so far. So let's move to our next column, due date. So we select the column again by pressing Ctrl spacebar. Let's go to data validation, and in this case we are going for a date. This will make sure that our date will be greater or equal to, let's say, 1st of January 2025. Let's confirm, and our data validation is ready. We can simply test it. Let's try to put any date that is not meeting this criteria. So let's say 1st 2024. Yes, cannot be entered. Great thing about this one is that it will also not allow any kind of text. So if I put text, it doesn't work. So perfect. Now we can continue with adding some due dates. So let's add some dates. 1st of December, for example, 15th of December, and let's do 15 January 2026. That will do. And now we can move to our last column, which is days. Select the whole column. First, I want to change my color, so let's do light green. I like green, so let's do light green. Now we can do the formula, so equals, and that will be due dates minus, and we need actual date, so we will use the function today. Open bracket, close bracket, enter. And of course it's in days, so we select the column again and we change the formatting for this to general and center. That's it. This column doesn't have any data validation. Unfortunately, it's possible to overwrite it very easily. So that's the reason behind why I changed the color to green. So I inform my user, hey, be careful. This is a little bit different from the rest of the table, and you should not be entering any data in here. Next, what we can do is also to use our data validation a little bit differently than only to control data entry. And we can actually use it to provide information to our users. In here, for example, I want to be sure that if someone broke or override the formula, then I know what was there. So I just copy the formula and let's put it to our header. Let's go again to our data validation. And in here, we select input message. And as input message, I can put my formula here. Just to know if someone destroys it, that if I click on this cell, then I know what was there. I can also use this information in other columns. So let's say due date. I can go again data validation and input message. So now our users know that dates must be greater than 1st of January 2025. And that's pretty much it. We now have our small table. We have our data validation field, so we can enter our missing data, I don't know, randomly. We can do low, medium, high priority. We can select who will be the owner of our task. And of course our status. And the table is now working. Very simple. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you find it useful. You will find a download for this file in the description of this video. And for now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.